Good morning, or good evening to you, actually.
Cheers for insight. Hey.
You have your Star Trek jersey on, huh?
Yeah.
Do you do you think of Captain James Kirk as a superhero, like you thought of Superman with your Superman shirt on last week?
Yeah.
I was a big Star Trek fan growing up, so I love Star Trek.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Yes, I like the next generation too, but
Yeah,
yes,
too.
at least in a different world. Science fiction, perfect.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
What's that?
Just, how are you on Hawaii?
I'm doing really good. It's early at 7 in the morning, but I'm up to do this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
12 hours.
Yeah, it's a big
hours.
time between you and us because I'm in Hawaii,
Yeah.
so it's 3 hours earlier than Los Angeles. So anyway, okay, this morning we're gonna tackle some Lzzy Hale, and we're gonna do "Miss the Misery." I want to emphasize some things that it's important to before we get started. Wait, by the way, did you get a chance to work on last week's session a lot?
Yes, I did. I just have to tell you that it was a little bit psychological, but I have been a little bit anxious by the last lesson because of May. I just little doubt about myself, but I overcome it, and now I'm really. I know I have to be better than anyone else, and I just wish I could be, great rock singer with balls maybe. And I've tried I Miss the Misery by the technique with diaphragm, and it's not easy really. It's not a very easy song.
Right, it's true. Well, it's cool, but I want people to understand though that it's not just about how we sing certain vowels and only the diaphragm, blah blah blah, that makes the song great. It's about the training of getting strong in these kinds of areas up to that point, and then fine-tuning all the things we've been working on. So it's important that it's really understood that we body build, if you will, our muscles that are required to do this kind of stuff. And so it's not something that's supposed to happen overnight. And you're 19 or whatever, right? So you're 19, is that right? 19, 20, something. So it's like again, there's a certain muscle structure and strength required to do it, and you're on a good track to pretty much take on just about anything you want to sing if you're willing to continue to work out. Okay. So with that said, let's call this up. Do you have it called up by any chance, or you want me to call it up right now?
Maybe now.
Here, I'll bring it up. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. Here it is. She's got the evil look on her picture. She looks like the movie Vampires or something on this one picture. They probably wanted that. All right, let's go ahead and play this. I don't like all of her songs, but I love her attitude, and she sings like this live, which is really cool. Most people do it and they can't do it live, but she does it live, so it's pretty neat.
Good
All
day,
right, let me get past this ad.
It's
Sorry,
time
hold on
to
one sec. All right, come on. The internet's a little slow right now for some reason. Hold on. And while I'm waiting for this ad to go, come on, dude. Here, let's just reload it. Tell me a little bit as this is loading. Tell me, can you call up the lyric on your end? The lyrics?
I'm finding it. The lyrics.
Okay. Or do you know them by heart?
No, I don't know it very well.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, we'll let this ad go through here. Sorry, I don't know why the internet's going really slow right this second. Are you able to pull up the song on your end? Because my YouTube's going really, really slow right now. Huge shirt, by the way. I do like your shirt. It's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's like starting and stopping and starting and stopping, but here we go. Notice that she's not. All right, this my ad's going by too, so maybe I can do what you can. It's like the opposite of what we're about to do. Celebrate good times, come on! And now we're gonna go. Anyway, all right. So I'm just gonna stop this because it's not working, and I'm gonna let you do it on your own. Notice how she's not singing the bottom really heavy. She's not grinding into the bottom. In fact, she's kind of ginger on it. She's a little sweet on the bottom, so she's not over singing or overpowering the bottom. And then when she goes up, if you notice, she doesn't use that much range. It's not about range for her. It's more like in the Kelly Clarkson, and maybe not even that high, but sort of an alto, contralto, alto range, Adam Lambert, Kelly Clarkson, that kind of range. So she's not killing us with high Mariah Carey notes. But the way she does her notes and how round and beefy and distorted they are is what makes it really hard, because it's right in the upper belting midsection of the voice that's very difficult to maintain over a long period of time. Okay, so play it for me one more time, just the verse, and then let's go ahead and start singing the verse, and then we'll get up to the belting high parts. Cool. Up to the chorus, but don't do the chorus, okay? Go ahead and hit me with the verse.
Okay. I've been a mess since you stayed. I've been a wreck since you changed. Don't let me get in your way. I'll miss the lies and the pain. The fights that keep us away. I'm telling you.
Okay, stop. That's good. Just before that. And did you notice how you cracked on the word "I'm telling you" just before you got in the chorus? It's the way we approached "I'm," but that's okay. It's cool. We're going to get to that. Good job on that. That's exactly kind of how she did it. Now, you have the... For now, let's avoid some of that. I know it's a style thing and it's what she does too. Let's avoid it just so we keep the throat open to get up top first, and then add as much of that in as you can, and pacing yourself, right? Like, and say, and then she goes, and she kind of slams a vowel here and there. We're not going to do that either. We're going to throw a quick H. We're going to actually kind of put little H's in places like that so we keep the throat open along the way. And then as...
Little bit, please, just a little bit slow down.
Okay.
I have a little bit problem to understand, just for information.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay? Thank you.
Thank you for slowing me down. All right. When we go through it, we're not going to do the whiny and then we're going to avoid some of the pinching kind of sound that we do for tone, right? We're going to sing a little smoother. And the second thing is, we're not going to slam vowels. We're not going to go, yeah! We're not going to do that. We're going to throw an H, a ha, in the front of it. Just a little H, and we're going to take it away once we get into the open throat vowel. But that way we're not slamming and over compressing the chord and hitting the chord with like a burst, like an air gun of air. We're not going to hit the chords like that. We're going to be gentle on them and keep them nice and loose as we go through it. So try it for me one more time. It was a good job, but and then we can come back to adding the style things like that. Once we get through the chorus and we know we can make it through the chorus, then we can integrate some of these other little nuances that are for style. Okay? Let's try it again.
Okay. I've been the mess since you stayed.
Stop. Even the beginning. I've been a mess. Let's not do it. We're going to throw a little H on the front. I've been a mess since you stayed. Just a little H just to keep it. And I love the style. It's awesome. It's my favorite kind of sound. But let's do it after we get through the chorus,
Yes.
okay? Right.
So brief, a little bit brief.
I've been. Yes, correct.
I've been a messenger stay. I've been a wreck since you changed. Don't let me get in your way. I'll miss the lies and the pain.
Cool, stop. Now, on the don't let me, again, it's a little over accentuated on the vowels, and you're copying her, which is fine. She does that, I get that. But instead of going, don't let don't do the go, don't let don't let keep the vowels the same. Keep the vocal tract as close together as you can going through the phrases. Let's try it again.
Okay. From the start, I've been.
Just from don't let the.
Don't let me get in your way. I'll miss.
Almost. Don't let me. It's, don't let me get in your way. Keep the track the same. Don't go, don't let me get in your way. Keep it very close. Keep the track very close to it. Again, all these little things are going to matter later. We can add them back so long as we know we're going to be able to make it through and we paced ourselves through the end of the song, okay? Let's do it again. Don't let me.
Don't let me get in your way.
It's better.
Better?
It's better. It's not great, but it's better.
Yeah. Don't let me get in your way. I'll miss the lies and the pain. The fights that keep us away. Wow. It's just I tried to work with diaphragm. And
I know.
Just
Cool. But you know what? You did, though. You took your breath between each one. That was cool. That was cool. It's hard to do that. And you're, hey, hey, hey. You want to breathe between each one of those phrases. But the one problem or the one thing that you're still not doing is relaxing in between them. So you are taking the breath. We have to take the breath. But you're not relaxing quite enough to give you back the strength that you're going to need to get through this chorus powerfully every time. And you can see it because your body builds up and it gets tense. Just totally shake it off. And let's just take that whole phrase one more time and just do the best you can. You're doing great. Try it again.
Okay. Don't let me get in your way. I'll miss the lies and the pain. The fights that keep us away. I'm telling you.
Good. Cool. Now, awesome. Now I'm telling you, because you kept the vocal track the same, when you got to now I'm telling you, you didn't go now I'm telling you like you did the first time where you cracked on I'm, because you went now I'm telling you, and you kept the track the same because it was already similar going through it. It wanted to stay the same, and you were able to make it through that top part of the chorus. So go from that part one more time, and then let's hit the chorus. Let's go all the way through the chorus and go for it.
Okay. Don't let me get in your way. I'll miss the lies and the pain. The fights that keep us away. I'm telling you.
Keep going.
Okay.
That was great.
Mr. Oh yeah, that's so a little bit tight. Okay. Just relax. Okay. Mr. Oh my God, I don't know. No, it's not high. It's not high.
It's not high. It's the way you're getting into the notes. Let's do it really easy first, sweetheart. Let's do it gentle so we can get the placement first, and then we'll add power after the fact, okay? Let's just go really easy. Find the placement, find the notes.
Yeah. Mr. Bad Things, where you hate me. Mr. Screaming, the way that you blame me. Mr. Phone Calls, when it's your fault.
Now let's add a little more attitude to that.
Okay. Mr. Bad. I don't know.
Mr. Bad Thing. Not Mr. No. Mr. Bad Thing.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, Mr. Bad Things, when you hate me,
Pretty good. Now, split the difference with me so you don't have to shout at me quite so. I love your power. Trust me, I love it. But I want to, it's like, imagine it's in this kind of way, right? You
and
see
it's
this.
Better, and it's better than before because that's not as powerful than before.
Okay, but I want you to think about something, right? If you've ever seen a stallion, a gorgeous, beautiful stallion horse, right? And you see them in the wild, and they kind of go crazy. They're crazy. And then you see someone that takes the stallion and they train him and they get him to do these beautiful things that the stallion wouldn't know to do but you harness the energy so that the stallion isn't just using up all of its energy frenetically in every direction. I want to do the same with you. I want to take, you have a great, powerful instrument now and it's awesome, but I want to be able to take that and get it to, again, to train it into ways where you can control all these little parts so it's just not boom on 10. We want some 10 sometimes, but not all the time. So let's do it one more time. Let's cut back a little bit of that and save it. We're going to save it for certain points. She does use it in this song often. So we'll lean into that sound as we need it, but get it a little cleaner going to it. Kind of imagine yourself being Kelly Clarkson. She even oversings a lot too, by the way. But imagine sort of more that mode first, and then we'll distort and we'll do some other fun things along the way. Let's try the chorus again with a view towards that.
Yes. I'm trying. Just I have to say that my voice is a little bit really like the wild horse. That's a problem because it's big and it's strong and just try to, yes, you're absolutely right. Okay, I'm going to try it. Okay. Mr. Bad Things.
It's up higher. Mr. Bad Things. It's up there. Play the track. So make sure you play the track really quick so we're in key. Play it for the video right now. Go ahead and play it. Play it on your YouTube.
Okay.
I just want to make sure we have a pitch reference. Go ahead. Here we go.
Okay.
Take it from the hey, hey, hey. Take it from that part. It'll set you up for the chorus. Go ahead.
Hey, 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 I'm telling you. No. Hey.
Okay, by the way, that doesn't mean to add more air to the sound because that will dry out the chord. So I don't want to confuse you when I say pull back the volume. It doesn't mean air gives us what we're looking for. We want to keep the chords nice and tight and bright. We don't want, closed. We don't want to force a bunch of air. You'd be better off singing harder than using that much air over time. Okay? Let's do it again.
Oh my God, I don't know.
Hey.
I'm telling you, Mr. Bad Things, when you hate me, Mr. Screaming the way that you play me, Mr. Phone Calls, when it's your fault, Mr. Late that don't miss you at all.
Cool. Better. We're a little flat. Mr. Bad Things. Cool. Now, good. Still not great. You're going, and you're throwing the sound forward the whole time. Now, we're going to add a skosh more, not much, but a little more power in the sound. But instead of it sounding like I'm going, and I've got this kind of bright, brassy, whiny sound coming out to the front, I want to make it round in the back. So we're going to go, Miss a bad thing, na 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 na, na 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 na, yeah. It's going to be real in the head, and then we'll bring it down into the front of the face in mask to bring the brightness out that we're looking for. But we're not going to have predominantly mask where everything is like this. Miss a bad things. We're not going to throw that sound forward like that as much. So go ahead, lean into it a little bit more than that, but try not to be so brassy and harsh in the front of the face, okay? And it has to do with the vowel placement on ah. It's having that nice round sound to it. Let's try it again.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Mr. Bad Things, when you
When you hurt, when you hurt. No, real That's flat. It's up there. Cool. You see how it hits that pocket? Kinda, sorta. Spock would definitely know if you hit that.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm just, I try to find the feeling of that.
Right.
Just inside. And, okay. So, I'm telling you, Mr. Bad Things, when you hate me, Mr. Screaming the way that you blame me, Mr. Phone Calls, when it's your fault, Mr. Late Nights, don't miss you at all.
Cool, better. Give me the vowels. When you give me the A vowel. When I did miss you at all. What word are you singing there?
Don't miss you at all.
No, the line just before that. The line just before that.
Yes. When it's your fault, Mr. Late Nights, don't miss you at all.
Mr. Late Night. When you went, Mr. Late Night. That is the vowel placement that we want for all of those vowels that you just did. The way you sang that one vowel hit is the way we want to approach the entire chorus. Instead of Mr. Badman, got my E's now I'm gonna sing E real sharp now. We're not gonna do that. It's the opposite. Mr. Badman, I'll sing E. If I sing an E, it'll be like my A and ah. Okay? If I sing an E, it'll be like my A and ah. I'm trying to get you to really open up this sound first, and we can add that. We can close the sound down. You've done better. We can close the sound down more later, but let's open it up to where it's big and round first, and then we'll start to sharpen and make the sounds more brassy. Try it for me one more time with a view towards that. Like the whole thing is ah and ah. Ah and ah.
So, yeah.
And even E is eh. And I is eh.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Bad
Okay.
Things. Yeah. Okay. I'm telling you, Mr. Bad Things, when you hate me, Mr. Screaming the way that you blame me, Mr. Phone Calls, when it's your fault, Mr. Late Nights, don't miss you at all. I don't know.
Good, better. You did the two O's. Don't miss was tough, and the O vowel on the first phrase was also a little tough, but everything else is a lot better. Do you see what I mean? How it's easier now, where you don't have to kind of overpower me with so much sound, and you can get into a better placement, and then we can lean into the sound. Like I said, I love it when you lean into the sound. It's not that I want to take that away. It's that I want to be able to get you to have the ability to regulate it yourself, so you know when you can, when not to, when to be sweet on something, when to be heavy on something. Let's go through the next verse now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I just... Yeah, it's really nice.
You got that part,
Okay.
The hard part.
Okay. Yeah. I like to kick in the face.
No, eh. I like to kick in. I like to kick in the face.
I like to kick in the face.
Cool. We're flat on face. Now we're not going to go. We're going to get rid of the eh, and we're going to go to ah. More ah in the sound, so we can shoot that sound up into the head a little higher and get it more round. Try it again.
I like to kick in the... No.
No. And that's I like. It's ah. Okay, if I were to... Let me shave the vowels down completely for a second. I Now I'll add a little more of the intonation of the vowel themselves. I like the kick in the face. Now I'll really over-exaggerate it. I like the kick in the face. Right? Now the throat is almost identical in every sense. Sometimes I bring in a little more mass. Little by little I brought in more, depending on what we want to do. I want to try it the first way first to get that ah vowel really open, and then we'll close it down little by little. Try it for me again, please.
I like the kick in the face. No.
Actually, that wasn't bad. I like the kick. I like the kick.
I like the kick in the face.
Cool. We're a little flat on it. Do it one more time for me. Get it out of your shoulders. Let's get the diaphragm working for you. We're a little under pitch. It's this. I like the kick in the face. That's our pitch. Okay, let's do it again.
I like the kick in the face.
Cool. Good vowel placement. Get rid of the slam vowel on eh. Remember, we're going to throw an H in there just for now. We can come back and add that later for attitude. I do it all the time. But I like the kick in with an H in the face. We're going to keep it real easy first, and then we'll add that stuff later. Try it again.
I like the kick in the face.
Cool. Next phrase. We're a skosh flat too, sweetheart. Take it up 3 cents if you can.
And the things you do me, hey!
Cool. Pretty cool.
Okay.
Can you do both phrases back to back for me? In fact, it would be awesome. Let's start at the chorus, and let's go all the way to the end of this whole phrase to make sure I know you've got the chorus and the post or the tag at the end of the chorus.
Sorry? Once more again.
Let's start at the beginning of the chorus, all the way to where we just left off just now.
Yes, okay. Mr. Bad Things, when you have...
Mr. Bad Things!
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Mr. Bad Things! No.
It wasn't too bad, it's just choppy. Remember we talked about contiguous phrases too and not chopping up the words so that the throat stays open? Instead of Mr. Bad Things, we want to go la 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 la. You know what I mean? We want to keep the throat open. Let's try it again.
I'm telling you, Mr. Bad Things, when you hate me, Mr. Scream at the way that you play me, Mr. Phone Calls, when it's your fault, Mr. Late Nights, don't miss you at all. I like the kick in the... No. I like the kick in the face. No.
Go on. Keep going.
And the things you do me. No. And the things you do to me. Oh, I have lost. Sorry.
Try it.
Okay. I like the kick in the face. And the things you do to me. Cool.
Instead, meh, and flipping that vowel like a light switch, stretch the vowel like this. Meh. Instead, meh, meh, right? Now here's why we do this. A lot of people, when they're this far along in the course, like you are, they do that because we've conditioned ourselves that we have vowels that we convert to as you're working up into the course and you've converted a vowel, right? And you shifted that vowel as a safety valve to release to that top note. But we don't do it like a light switch. It's not, it's not two separate, distinct vowel sounds. It needs to be stretched like this. So that there's no spots on the chord when you go to sing a blues lick or something where you can't shift the vowel. the vowel modification. So in other words, if I'm singing a blues lick and the blues lick is yeah, right, on a word phrase, if I get to my vowel modification, which let's say we're going ah to ah, right, or ah to eh, depending on the word. Stop me if I'm not making sense to you, okay? When we go up, as you gave me the correct vowel modification to get that note, you went to get there. And I want the vowel mod to happen at least over 2 notes going up to it. So that when you're going to do a blues lick or something, there's not a notch on the chord where it's you can't get past sliding into the vowel mod. You flip straight into it. Do you understand what I mean by that?
No, totally, but I think what you mean.
Sing me the very last note again. I'll show you what I mean. Just the very last phrase.
Okay. And the things you do tonight.
Cool, you did it right that time. You went nah instead of nah like the first time. It's nah, and you change perfect. Exactly. We call it stretching the vowel. You're going to stretch the vowel from one vowel sound to another, which was our what we call our release valve. Remember our release valve? That's as we're going through the scales in our training sessions. E gets E and E, right? We modulate E and E as we go up, just like you just did. But we don't go we go like you just did. And the reason is, over time, your voice becomes dependent on the vowel. It wants it. It wants that release, that vowel that you went to, right?
Okay.
But if you don't stretch the vowel to get into an easier vowel placement, to modify the vowel, in opera, this happens all the time. You'll hear, right? They can't sing the blues to save their life because they've embedded in the chord these vowel modifications that happen exactly at the same place on the chord every time. They haven't stretched the chord into a vowel, so they can't swagger into a note. They can't do that because they've never developed that kind of swagger or that kind of vowel stretching, right? Their placements are perfect, but they're not for singing soul or blues or pop or anything like that. So when we go to the vowel like you just did, we want to stretch the vowel into the vowel modification, not like a light switch flip on 2 different vowel sounds right into it. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, cool. You did a good job on that. Let's keep going.
So, I just listen to that. Yes, that again. I'd rather find it to fake it. Okay.
Cool. And I want you to go now from this phrase all the way through the chorus.
All the way.
All the way.
Okay. I've tried, but I just can't take it. I'd rather fight than just fake it. You know that I had it all. I dare you to call my bluff. Can't take so much of a good thing. I'm telling you, Mr. Bad Things, when you hate me, Mr. Screaming the way that you blame me, Mr. Phone Calls when it's your fault, Mr. Late Nights don't miss you at all. I like to kick in the face, and the things you do to me. I don't know.
Pretty cool. That's pretty doggone cool. You paced yourself extraordinary. And you got all the vowels, and you didn't do all that extra shifting, you know. you know, none of that. It was all nice and sweet. Now, what you're going to find, too, as you start to get into doing this like this, there may be times you want to accentuate the vowels or close down the consonant phrases more. That's fine. But this kind of singing is so much more fluid. It's so much more easy to do and maintain. Once you work up the song like this, and you're able to work it up like this, gently, just getting into the pockets that you need, pulling down on the high notes when you need it, because you've saved your strength for those notes. Once you're able to do that, then you can play with it in all kinds of things. You can add air, you can add more distortion, you can see where you can pace yourself within the song, but in the end, you've nailed it with really great form and technique. Once you continue to build that like that, there's really nothing you can't sing. Really, there's really nothing you can't sing. You'll get to a point where you'll be saying to yourself, I want to try something harder today because that was too easy. I want to do something that's more spectacular. There's another bridge part to this song, right? At the end, that she does some other, isn't there another part to this song that's a little hard, if I'm not mistaken?
I don't know.
I thought it was after the solo or something.
Yeah, it's just bridge.
Yeah. And then I'm going to make you sing the whole song end to end by yourself to make sure. You know. And then once we get through this bridge, I'm going to have you sing the whole song end to end so that I know you can do it from beginning to end with this kind of finesse. That's all it is. That's easy. It's too easy. Okay. I was thinking there was another part where she hit a couple of those higher notes again. Let's take it from the top, sweetheart. Let's see what you got. Let's see if you can do it end to end now, okay?
Okay. So, ha 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 ha. I've been, or?
I've been
a message to stay. I've been a wreck since to change. Don't let me get in your way. I'll miss the lies and the pain, the fights that keep us away. Hey, hey, I'm telling you, Mr. Bad Things, when you hate me, Mr. Screaming the way that you blame me, Mr. Phone Calls when it's your fault, Mr. Late Nights, don't miss you at all. I like to kick in the face. Whew. And the things you do to me.
Quickly, stop. Kick. Yeah. You got caught on kick, and you got caught on fight in the first line because of the way you sang the vowels. And every time we do that, it's like a video game, we lose a life. We get 5 lives to make it through the end of a song. You lost 2 of them in the first minute and a half. And the only reason I bring that up is you only get 3 more. Now you can get lives back by doing things correctly too, or laying low in a verse even more to relax, to give you more strength to get up on those harder sections. So you can get lives back. But if this song was a video game and you get 5 lives, you lost 2 of them. Okay? Let's go from the second verse out.
I've tried, but I just can't take it. I'd rather fight than just fake it. You know that I have it all. I dare you to call my bluff. Can't take too much of a good thing. I'm telling you, Mr. Bad Things, when you hate me, Mr. Screaming the way that you blame me. It's higher maybe than before I got.
Keep going. You're doing good. Keep going.
Okay. Mr. Phone calls when it's your fault. Mr. Late nights don't miss you at all. I like to kick in the face and the things shoot up to me.
Cool. A little overdone on May, even though it's cool for fun for that. You won't be able to sustain that sound very long if you hit it that pinched every time. You did it again on kick. It's kek, and you did I'd also. You got caught on I'd in the verse. It was subtle, but it started to pull on you. After you got caught on it, you were trying to recover from it. Psychologically, you were trying to recover from it. Take the verse for me one more time, the second verse. I've got to clean these things up. That and kick.
And what was that again, please?
I'd. The word I'd.
And it's, how can I sing that?
It's, you go I'd, and it's it's ah. Try to sing ah instead of I. Sing in its place. Be part of the ah. Right. Instead of I. Cool. Here's something again, sweetie. I want to emphasize this, and I know I talk about this a lot with my students, but it's really helpful to conceptualize. And I'll try to say this slowly, and I know there's a little bit of a language barrier. I wish I spoke Czech, because then I'd be able to communicate this a little differently. I want you to think of your throat like a tube, okay? Your throat is like a tube. And the vowels are shifting or changing depending on how much you want that tube to change. Now, the pharynx can change them and spread them wide. The larynx can actually push up or down on them to change it this way. So the pharynx can change it this way, and the larynx can change it this way, okay? So if I go, or right, to open them up. Now, within this tube that you've got, we want to be as consistent as we can. So, Mr. Batman, right? We want that tube to have the least amount of shifting so we can have the most consistency within the vocal tract. The greater the shift, the harder it is to shift sound pressure between vowels. Now, when you combine consonants in that actually close down and sometimes can close off the whole tract itself, depending on like an ng, hung, or nga, or nkik, or something, some other hard consonant sound. I didn't mean vowel, I meant consonant. Consonants can close down the whole vocal tract. Oftentimes they do. In fact, there's something called glottal stops where it's done deliberately. Okay? We don't want that either. We want to first, no matter what, figure out a way to keep that vocal tract completely open. So, as you over-accentuate a vowel from the more you do that, the more pressure you create for yourself. Now, as we know, there are harder vowel sounds to sing than others. E is a hard vowel sound to sing when we belt up high. U is a hard vowel sound to sing when we belt up high. E is a drag. I is also hard. There's lots of vowels, we call them transitional vowels, that are hard to sing. We shift the vowel modification of each one of those kinds of words as we sing different word phrases. So this might sound confusing, but hear me out. If the vocal phrase itself is a dominant, most of the words rely on that a vowel. And you're gonna laugh, man, how you take it, baby. Right? All those kinds of words is a dominant. So we try to shift all of our vowels to stay within the a vocal tract as much as possible until we need an ah release valve to release tension in the throat. Okay? That's true for the ah. La, no, ha, ma, da. If it's that, then we stay as much as we can within the ah vowel tract to not have to shift it. Okay? Now, picture this for me for a second. Pretend, and I don't want to over-exaggerate this, but pretend that vowels can be like an hourglass. Here is ah, in the middle is e or oo, and then a or ah coming out the other side. Okay? So if I go, love me, darling. Okay? Love me, darling. We went from pressure, a big sound, to a small sound, which is hard to control. And then we shoot out from that small sound, bam, back to a big sound, and then close down to a small sound again, right? So optimally, we don't want to close that small sound down very much. Instead, love me, baby, love me. Instead, love me, baby. It's love me, baby. So that the track is very similar no matter what word we're on. If it's ah dominant and we want to kind of go more towards an ah sound or an ah sound, depending on the word we're coming from and the word we're going to. Now, this may sound, well, gosh, Ken, that sounds so complicated. How am I ever going to know if the word's ah and I close it down to an e and then it opens up to an o or an oo? And am I supposed to memorize all this stuff? That's crazy. It is crazy, and I'm not asking you to do that. I'm just asking you to be aware of it, because it will automatically happen when you force the throat to stay open and you don't close down on those sounds, and you just remember a couple little key tips that I've been showing you about how to change some of the words so that the track doesn't close down so hard. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when you're on no, it's and no one is gonna, that's the I vowel. That's awesome. Same is true when we're in E. Now, there will be times, I don't want to tell you that we'll never close the vowel down. Yes, there will be times we'll close the vowel. I started on and I gradually rolled into E, but I used as my springboard or my platform to gradually and gently close down to the E, so I didn't slam right into a closed E vowel. Okay? That's true for oo. When I go to oo, I don't go oo, I'm dead, right? I use o as my platform to close the vowel down to oo, like this. Not, I don't do this. Right? So I go from an O position and roll it into oo. So anytime I can, I start with the vocal tract in its closely related position of any word I'm going to or from. And then if I have to close a vowel down like I just did, I'll still use an open vowel and then roll into that sound instead of slamming into the sound. That's how I save my lifelines. That's how I keep my throat open. That's how I'm able to sing these crazy, gnarly, like Christina Aguilera hurt, forcing all that stuff up top. I could never, ever do that if I closed my vowels down like that really hard. So, again, with a view towards that, now that you understand the vocal tract more and more, and then how little shifting you want in the sounds, do this with a view towards that, modifying the two words I said, I'd and fight, okay, like you just did, or whatever those two words were. I forgot. We just said it's been talking a little bit. But again, I want you to understand and grasp the concept of this as we continue to work on these kinds of things. Let's take it from the verse through the chorus and try it for me again.
Okay.
And play the song really quick so we have a pitch reference. Can you play the song really quick so we have a pitch reference? Just 1 second of it. From the second verse.
I've tried, but I just can't take it. I'd rather fight.
I'd rather fight. I know it's a language thing, but we never close our R's down. I'd rather. It's I'd rather. I'd rather fight than just fake it. I'd rather. I'd rather fight.
I'd rather fight than just fake it.
Fake it, not it. Fake it. There you go.
I'd rather fight than just fake it. You know that I had enough. I dare you to call my bluff. Can't take too much of a good thing. I'm telling you.
Keep going. Good.
Mr. Bad Things, when you hate me. Mr. Screaming the way that you blame me. Mr. Phone Calls, when it's your fault. Mr. Late Nights, don't miss you at all. I like the kick in the face.
Stop. Kick again one more time, sweetheart. I like the kick. Not kick. I like the kick. Now, one more quick thing. Remember how I said that there are certain consonants that can close down the vocal tract? And every time on that word kick, you get caught on it. Now, we've already conquered a lot of these sounds. This is just one little one, so you're well on your way. Don't get discouraged by this. We're not going to go kick. The whole vocal tract closes when you do it. We're going to use a G, like ga, or almost no consonant at all. Almost like yeah. Kick will turn into ki-yen the face. Instead of kick in the face, it's ki-yen the face. You might add a little G to the sound if you need it to make them think you heard kick. But, I like the kick in the face. See how you still thought I said kick in the face? But I didn't. I went ki-yen the face to keep the throat open. Try it for me again one more time, just that line. Cool, but forget about kick in again. Just, you did it great. Awesome. But let's be even safer on it. Go ki-yen the face. Forget about the words altogether. It's ki-yen the face. Ki-yen the face. And keep it contiguous.
Yeah.
I like the ki-yen the face. Okay, try it.
I like the kick in the face.
Get rid of kick. Get rid of kick. It's ki-yen. Ki-yen the face.
Yeah.
Ki-yen the face. Ki-yen! Ki-yen! Yeah. Do it again.
I like the kick in the face.
Awesome. Now, it keeps the vocal tract open, and it doesn't close it down where you have to reset up the ah vowel for the next phrase. If you want now, instead of putting the hard k in the sound, put a G, ga, kick, because kick flows it off. So k, instead of k-ya, kegan, with a G in the sound. Yeah. Kegan! There you go. Good. Do it again.
I like to kick in the face.
It's a little harder than I would want the sound. I would be Kegan. It's a G. Kegan the face. Kegan with a G.
I like to kick in the face.
Separate the words. It's too hard to do that. Do it again.
No.
Kegan. Here it is.
I like to kick. No.
Like Ed. Kegan. I
like to kick in the face.
Okay, almost. I need you to work on this on your own time. When you watch the video back, you'll see it. You can do it. You're doing fabulous, girl. Hit the last phrase for me. We're going to close with the last high note here.
And the things you did to me.
Now, can you go, because scream all the way through the top note, a note she can't do, and I want to show you something, okay? Why we do this. She can't hit that. What is that, a B or something? Or I think it's a B. I have to look. B flat. Anyway, the reason she can't do that is because she's created so much sound pressure on that note, and we have pared that down enough to where we can continue to go up all the way through the phrase if we modify the vowels correctly. You can go all the way up. You can go all the way up to that note if you want. And let's just try it for giggles. I want to see if you can pull it off. You may not be able to, and if you can't, it's okay. But I want you to feel the freedom to do this as though that's not your high note. I'm doing this because I don't want you to be afraid of that note to be, ooh, that's my high note. It's not. All right? And you're going to roll into the head voice, too, seamlessly without hearing the break when we do it. So don't feel like you have to belt chest all the way through it. Yeah. You go. Go ahead and hit me with 3 distinct notes, though, instead of stretching it through it. I want 3 distinct notes going through it. Okay? All the way. All right? Let's try it again.
And the things you did to me.
Cool. Awesome. Now, here's why I want to do that. Good job. The more we can build that up like that and get strength out of that, the more the high note you were kind of struggling on a couple times won't be so high anymore to you. It'll be a mid-voice note, an upper mid-voice note. Okay?
Perfect.
So the more we can stretch our chest and our head voice and build that up top like that, the more when we come back down, we'll have more access to that other note that was giving us trouble at the beginning. All right? All right, sweetie, doing fabulous. I'll send this to you. You'll get it in a couple hours, and it's always good to see your smiling face. And you know, we'll figure out another time where we can get together and pick off something as difficult, if not more difficult, to do. So I look forward to it.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you. Bye.
Do you have any questions before I go?
I'm fine for today.
Okay, good.
Maybe
Cool.
before. And I would like to just, I found Soul Mover from Glenn Hughes, the song. And I would like to sing it very much. Would be possible?
Cool. Let's make that the next song. That would be really fun.
The next next lesson, maybe?
Okay, he has a lot of versions of that song. Can you send me the version you have that you'd like to do?
Okay, I'll send you.
Okay.
No problem. Thank you very much,
All right.
guys. Have a nice time.
Take care, sweetheart.